You're right, Wilson.
Smash the cup, put it in there where they're going to go. I wish we were back at some point. Now this is our ground, this is us. What we're about to do, not many men are going to be able to position.
We need to make that fucking count, alright?
This is the time that we believe for ourselves, boys.
If anyone goes in.
Get in that one, boys.
Go through the team list, the crowd, the gates are open. Peter Jolly with you in the commentary box. First of all, let's go through the New South Wales Police as they'll come out onto the field. There is their team list, Peacock at the back, Blinko and also Buttrose on the wings. The 3 and the 4 is Johns and Clark, the captain. The 6 and 7 is O'Brien and Varkas. And the forward pack of Shorrock, Johnston, Patterson, Clark, Dompkins and Hayden Hashcroft. Let's turn the page and go through the Queensland Police. They look this way. At fullback is Carl, Cridlin and also Bauer on the wings. Pukakuka in the 3, Munchkin in 4. 6 and 7 is Peters and Heldsinger, and the forwards of Dunkley, O'Sullivan, Ozan, Krajewski, Polson and Suter. So as we come back now to live pitches, we stand by for the national anthem. The Australian national anthem. So the stage is ready. The state of origin. What a wonderful moment for the police force throughout Queensland and in New South Wales. Of course, they last met back in 2019. It was the Maroons getting up by 22 points to 12. And of course, the Origin was cancelled last year and the year before due to COVID restrictions. So we're underway and there's a mistake early on, but the referee has said play on. So it went backwards. And New South Wales Police coming forward, surging their way past the 20-metre line and taken down there by Andrew Dunkley. So they'll look to come forward through the middle corridor, looking to find holes. That's the 40-metre line. Taken down there by Luke Polson from Queensland. Back to Sharrock. Boy from the Riverina. He's a Brisbane Broncos junior rep, played in the 2015 Australian Police force as well. The bounce is awkward for Queensland. They've got to go back away and clean it up. And here's Jack Carl coming away with it there before he's met strong there by David Varkas. Of course, Jack Carl, senior constable. He's been a part of the Queensland Police state team since 2017. He plays in the Queensland Cup for the Burleigh Bears. And he's toured Fiji as part of the Australian Police representative squad as well. So he knows what big-time rugby league is all about. Very dynamic from the back, got very silky skills. Here's a penalty. First penalty of the Police origin. Sharrick just going on with it for too long there. So a fiery start for this one as they kick the ball into touch. As you can see, our pitches take you into New South Wales territory. Krajewski now with the football. He plays in the Brisbane Rugby League for Valleys, part of the Queensland representative team since 2019. He's played a lot of rugby league for the Wide Bay Crocs. So first chance with the football here on Origin night. They're pressing the line, aren't they? Good scramble from Joel Patterson. The boy from the Wyong-Roos was there. Here's Paulson now. Can he get there? Paulson standing up in the tackle. So a chance now for Queensland on the last tackle. Which way will they go? They work the left, look for the kick. It's high into the air. Bowers coming through. Well, he ended up getting the football, but unfortunately for him, he got it down past the dead ball line. A chance gone begging for Queensland, and New South Wales a sigh of relief as they come back forward now through Johns. As we go to the replay here, just have a look at this beautiful kick, but unfortunately the in-goal area was just a little bit too short for them. Here's Patterson now again, second touch for him. He's played a lot of New South Wales Cup. O'Brien now switches it back to the left. Here's Domkins. Plays a lot of shoot shield. He was an Australian schoolboy in the rugby union. Sharrick offloads. O'Brien again. Great ball. They go for the line. Blinko. Can he get there? He's still going. He's got there. Try to New South Wales. Callum Blinko. Well, he's played a lot of Harold Matthews and in SG ball for the Central Coast. He plays first grade for Arimba, but what a moment. Origin night 2022, as we go to the replay, this is where it all started. Sharrick, great ball, beautiful cutout pass, and Blinko, beautiful left foot step, through the dummy, bang, he got there. What a try for New South Wales Police in the first 5 minutes of the match. Well, Callum Blinko, he's played all his rugby league up on the Central Coast. And what a proud moment for Callum to pick up the first try here on Origin night. So David Varkas now, the Hungarian international, plays for Mounties in the New South Wales Cup from the touchline. And just sprays it to the left-hand side of the post. But what a start for New South Wales Police here on Origin night. They lead by 4 points to 0 right here on the NRL.com scoreboard. And it was only 30 seconds earlier, folks, that Queensland had a chance up the other end of the field. Take it in goal. Here's the bring back. Here's Jackson Clark. We got to know him in the Queensland Cup. Plays for Tweedheads. He's a part of the under-20s as well with the Gold Coast Titans. So Peacock now sets the play up the short side, and Luke Paulson's there in the cover over the top. Here's Patterson again. Takes play down inside the 40. Back for the kick. Varkas. been pivotal over many years for New South Wales Police. Great kick chase as they come back outside their own 20-metre line here on Origin night. Don't forget the big one coming up tonight on 9's Wide World of Sports with Matt Thompson and the gang. With Peter Jolly in the broadcast box here. It's a sellout tonight. So 80,000 expected here throughout the next couple of hours. Here's Ozan now taking play to the 40. Part of the Central Queensland Razorback side. This ball's high in the air. Beautifully diffused before they run straight back in there to the senior constable of Al Hildsinger, part of the Mount Isa Mongrels. Also plays Q Cup for the Redcliffe Dolphins as we see a penalty forthcoming now for the Blues. Hands in the ruck. So David Vargas here, he's not going to waste any time. Let's go to the replay thanks to NRL.com. There it is there. So a good kick for touch here. That's where we are, right on the halfway line. Comes back now to Braden Sharrock, part of the Brisbane Broncos in the junior representative system. Played for the Australian Police in 2015. Back from Johnston. They work the right. Vargas throws a dummy. Great ball. Just comes unstuck there on the 20. But he's the shining light, isn't he, the Hungarian? David Vargas. Let's just check out how this unfolded. Look at that beautiful step. The in and away. Support was looming. They ran there straight into Jono Peters. Senior constable, of course, from the Brisbane Bulldogs. He was a part of the Queensland Police representative team back in 2016 as well. That's the great thing about the Queensland Police. They've gelled well over many years. They know each other's games quite well. Here's Sator now. The boy from the Ipswich brothers. Great story, actually. Represented the Australian Police representatives at the World Cup Championships in Leeds in the United Kingdom a decade ago. As they come the right side, here's a chance. They put it onto the toe. Blinko put the foot out, got it back. Covered up there, of course, by Cridland, who also joined him at the World Cup Championships 9 years back. As Johnston now comes short to Buttrose. Runs into a brick wall there in Dunkley. Here's Sharrock. Good strong start for Sharrock. Good strong start for New South Wales Police. Can they offload? Blinko was waiting. Here's Blinko again. It's the last. O'Brien now sending it high into the air. Got good field territory here, Queensland. Run straight back into Blinko. Jake Carl. Boy from Burleigh. This time they run straight and hard into Connor. And also Domkins. Plenty of rugby union experience. Here's Andrew Dunkley now. Plays A grade for Mackay. The West Tigers up there in far north Queensland. As we've just come off a tremendous season of women's BMD Premiership. What a cliffhanger that was. There's that ball out the back and into touch. Just short of the 30-metre line. But yeah, as I was mentioning, we haven't had State of Origin for the Coppers for quite some while.
This last time, 2019, seems a long time ago, doesn't it? Maroons getting up by 10 points on that evening. 22 points to 12. So for New South Wales, they've had to wait a couple of years for any possible redemption. As they come back out past their own 40-metre line here. Nice crowd filtering in as Peacock with a penalty right on the halfway line. Queensland not back the required distance. What a phenomenal turnout for the big one at 8 tonight. It's a sellout. You can't get a seat. And the atmosphere here right now with about 20,000 is electric. You can only imagine what it's going to be like come 8 o'clock tonight as Johns turns it back on the inside. Here's Durham. Johnson, Nuggety, the big palm, big tackle, offload. Ashcroft delivers back to Farkas. He's crawling, interceptors on. They could get it back. Well, it could have been play on, but the referee has said, let's not get too excited, New South Wales. He's called it up. But what about this? Let's go to the replay. It was Johnson again. Look at that. Back slammed into the ground. Good work by Ashcroft. Farkas again. Superb. I really hope you're enjoying this athleticism from our police force from both sides of the border. As New South Wales again a press. There's another try coming here. Put your house on it. There it is. Peacock. He gets try number 2 for the Blues, and they've gone bang, bang. In 10 minutes, they're up by 8 points to 0 on the NRL scoreboard. Well, Hayden Peacock, what can you say about him? Under 20s, he's represented the Cronulla Sharks in reserve grade, but look at this. Too big, too strong, too good. The silky fullback. Giving Queensland a lesson from the back. So the crowd loving it. Of course, the curtain raiser to State of Origin 1. We're live, we're exclusive tonight on NRL.com. And we stand by now for the Hungarian international. Joined our New South Wales police force. That was his dream. He was able to fulfill his dream, and now on the big stage at the Olympic Stadium, about to convert the Peacock try. It's a ripper. Oh, they can't do anything wrong, New South Wales. 10 points to 0 as we have a look at it again. Look at that beautiful backline move.
Sideline conversion successful by David Farkas.
What a great talent.
For the New South Wales Police.
David Farkas puts the extra icing on the cake. And welcome back. State of Origin. The curtain raiser with Peter Jolly. And you're on NRL.com tonight. 2 tries in 15 minutes of football here at the Olympic Stadium. Can you believe the Olympics 22 years ago? What great moments over 2 decades. Great history, memorable grand finals, State of Origins. And now turning it on for Police State of Origin. Running straight there into Connor Brown, the boy from Toukley. Definitely allows plenty in defence and attack. Here's Cridlin now. That's Moncton. New South Wales giving away a penalty here on their own 40. So a chance now for Queensland Police. They've been starved of possession, especially down inside New South Wales territory. But that is all about to change as they take the tap, and Moncton sets it up here for Krajewski. The boy from the Wide Bay Crocs. Here's Bennett now. The local from Ipswich. Dummying is Peters. His players telling him to go forward. Did well there to elude any obstruction. Now that ball has come out free, and he's not happy with himself. A little bit of cramp there, and just trying to get it shaken out there by Troy O'Sullivan. But let's have a look at this on the NRL replay. He had support, didn't he? Ended up throwing the dummy. His fellow Queenslanders were just trying to get out of the way, but then he got absolutely up the opportunity to play the football, and he does exactly that. Chance now for Queensland. They go for the line. Oh, what a tackle! Winger on winger, Callum Blinko. Callum Blinko on Andrew Cridlin. Ball and all tackle, as we're going to have a look at here on the NRL.com replay. Look at this. Bang. He's ended up near the TV production truck. Up the race. Superb tackle. Well, they breed him, you know, pretty tough in Arimba. But he's come away with all of his experience playing in the Harold Matthews and the SG ball for the Central Coast. He's the captain now in Clark. As I mentioned, we got to know him in the Queensland Cup over the last few years. He was the New South Wales Police Captain of the Year as well last year. He's also had time down in the nation's capital with the Canberra Raiders. Now that time there's a lost ball. Yeah, just picking up the binoculars. We're broadcasting from the concourse tonight. Very close to the action. As we go to the NRL.com replay here, just a little bit unorganised around the ruck on that occasion, and ball just spilling out there of Johnston's arm. So just under 16 minutes remaining. In the first half of Police State of Origin, Hildsinger trying to get Patakura down towards the 30. Here's Dunkley now. The boy from Central Queensland. Here's O'Sullivan. 3 over the top. Durheim and Sharrock. So a chance now for Queensland. Let's see what they can produce. Oh, they've bombed it. Great tackle again. Callum Blinko, if he's not scoring tries, he's knocking the Maroons out of the park. And then if he's not doing that, he's coming up with this type of tackle. Take a look at this. The pictures tell the story. This is State of Origin. Wow. Brilliant stuff by Callum Blinko. Brilliant. So Connor O'Brien now about to put the ball into the scrum. Johnston sends it to the right. There is again Matt Johnson distributing the ball from dummy half, picking up the captain in Clark. Taken down there by Bauer. Coming outside their own 30-metre line here. New South Wales. That was Clisby. There's Johnson. Clark again. Just a couple of metres short of the halfway line. Ashcroft. What a story. What a narrative. Captain coach for Wagga Kangaroos and played for the Boston 13s. Played in the under-20s for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. The kick will bounce unfavourably in the end for both sides, as the ball trickles over the sideline in the end, and to the relief there of Andrew Cridlin, number 2 for Queensland. So a scrum will pack down. Let's go to the replay on NRL.com. This was an absolute beauty of a kick. And Blinko again, chasing the footy, but it beats everyone over the touchline. So just under 12 minutes remaining in the first half of football. Cutler now setting it up for Moncton from the Northern Stingers. Lost ball. Well, you can't afford to do this against New South Wales Police. They'll make you pay. Scrum will pack down 10 metres out. Just taking his eyes off the footy. I think you'll find that was, yeah, it was Carl, the fullback. And the Southeast Muddies. So what a chance now. For their third try here on Origin night. Here's Johns. Part of the West Tigers, top 30 in the NRL squad. There's a knock on. What a sigh of relief. Queensland, they're clapping. A little bit of niggle here between the cops. Between Johns, of course. He wasn't happy. We might have a replay if we can, just to work out what the aftermath of that could well have been. But West Tigers, yeah. Johns, let's go to the replay here. Just keep an eye on it. Well, there was the knock on there by Johnston, the boy from Dapto, and there's the push and shove. Referee just saying, boys, come on, I know it's state of origin, but let's keep that out of the play tonight. There's Johns. Played a lot of reserve grade for Penrith. Played a part of the New South Wales residents team and represented New South Wales in the under-20s. He knows his job. Captain Clark over the top. He knows his job. Durham over the top. Knows his job. Trying to capture these Maroons inside their own 30. That's where they are, coming away from the northern end. In the first half, quick go forward. O'Sullivan. Oh, what a shot. Durham again. Lined him up and went bang there on Moncton. Look for the kick. There it goes. Juggled, regained. Peacock did whirl. Was able to hold that ball up in on his thigh area. How he didn't lose that ball, I don't know. Sharrock now puts it down. Dunkley picks it up. Doesn't want to go into the ground there, does he? There by Clisby. So with just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half of football. Panakura now. There's the dummy half. There he is. Set upon there by Varkas. So Bauer will play it. A chance now for Queensland. 10 metres out from New South Wales' line. O'Sullivan tries to do it himself. They kick. Oh, what a beautiful take. It was Brock Jamieson, right on his own goal line, has come up with an unbelievable play and gives him side the brilliant opportunity to where they are with the football. As we go to the replay, bottom right-hand side of the screen, take a look at that catch. Brilliant. Put him down for Australia in the slips cordon. Well done. Here's the boy from the Wentworthville Magpies. Brock Jamieson Taking play outside the 20-metre line. Varkas again. Finding Captain Clark. Right on the 30. So the kick inside the 30. Goes down towards the halfway line, and this is where they are on the bring back. Here's Bauer. He's a detective, he's a senior constable. He's got a pedigree of AFL behind him as well as basketball. Very multi-skilled. Here's Cridlin. The Brisbane Bulldogs. Right on the 30. Scoreless. With 8 minutes remaining in the first half of footy. We're live tonight on Origin night. Helsinger goes up into the air. But whatever Queensland throw or put into the air for New South Wales, they've been able to defuse it brilliantly. In that occasion, it was Buttrose. Here's the replay. Just look for Charlie Buttrose there. Positioned himself quite nicely, didn't he? The under-20s from the Manly Sea Eagles. As we come inside now, the last 7 minutes of the first half of football. Jamison now wants it, distributes it. Rajuki over the top. 10 short of halfway. So O'Brien hoisting it high into the air. Ball bounces again. Back away is the fullback in Carl. Now he puts the foot to the accelerator and comes chiming back up over the 40-metre line before he's been absolutely crunched there by Hayden Ashcroft. Just short of the halfway line. There's Donkins again. So New South Wales, they're working the interchange bench, just looking down to the bench. There's a few players are about to come on to the field. They're about to get their touch of the State of Origin footy, that's for sure. Here's Cuvis now. Right on the 30. Given back away for Sator. Gee, they're close to that touchline over there, aren't they? Good tackle there by Buttrose. Up it goes. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant again by Peacock. Well, he's putting the call out, isn't he, to his opposition. Whatever you can do, I'll do better. O'Brien now. Back out towards the 30. Johnston. On it comes from Ashcroft. Here's Patterson. Johnston again. Krajorki's in there along with his prop forward in Dunkley. They're on Jamison. Johnston switches it. Here's Johns looking to offload. He does offload. Are they about to go over for their third try again tonight? Here's Blinko. He's already got one try. Here come New South Wales on the last tackle. Back from Johnson. Offloads it. Now the kick. Varkas, they chase. They've lost it. Play on. And they're back into the field of play. What a hit. Varkas. Wow, what a match he's having, the Hungarian. And Carl at the back. Well, he's gassed. There he is on the top right-hand side of the screen. He doesn't know what's hit him. The Cockroaches and the Cane Toads. Look at this run down the touchline here by Blinko. Already picked up a try tonight and thought for a moment he was about to go over again. So Queensland Police, can they find touch? No, they can't. Yes, they can. Well, that was touch and go, I think you'll find. They tried to tap it back into the field of play. But the touch judge was right out there on the spot and got the right decision. So that's where we are. 40 metres out. 3 in the tackle there on Patterson. I've got a finger in the eye there as well as they look to rumble forward now through their sergeant in Andrew Dunkley. Down by 10. Ashcroft. Here's the 20. They work the short corridor. Moncton did well there to stay in the field of play. Quick play, the ball needed. Last tackle. Up it goes again. This time, New South Wales again will come up with the football. So whatever they're throwing at New South Wales, it's not working, is it? Tremendous first half of Police State of Origin here at Accor Stadium. Here at the Olympic Stadium. Here's Patterson again. So 2 tries in the first half of footy. We've got a crowd in here at the moment of 40,000. Got the big pre-match entertainment coming up immediately following this one, and then we count down to Origin 1 tonight. Here's Clark. Johnston with the kick and chase. Unfortunately for Matt, it's gone over on the full with just over 2.5 minutes remaining. Of course, Matt Johnston, he's been everywhere, hasn't he? Their Diamondite nuggety hooker. We come to know him when he was playing first grade for Dapto and went on to represent the Coogee Dolphins. He was also nominated the top 10 contestant of the series of the Rookie. Let's not forget that. Top 10 contestant on the TV series, the Rookie. Now Blinko did well to go around the bootlaces and pick it up. But this time the defense was strong there by Cridland. And they've forced the error here on Blinko. So the siren's gone in the background, folks. What a first half of State of Origin football. It's the New South Wales Police going to the break. 2 tries to 0 in the first half of football. They lead by 10 points to 0 here on Origin Night 2022. Well, where do we start the highlights, folks? There was plenty. But let's start it here. It was O'Brien, beautiful ball, and Blinko. Look at this. In and away, too big, too strong, and too powerful. And then moments later, it was on again. Hayden Peacock, the boy from the Cronulla Sharks. We had big moments, big plays, tremendous surging runs. And take a look at this tackle here. Oh, that's an Origin tackle if you've ever seen one. And then it was on again. Look at this. Get that into you. Oh, what about this? This is State of Origin.
And welcome back, folks, to Accor Stadium, the Olympic Stadium here in Homebush. What a fabulous first half of rugby league. If you just clicked onto NRL.com. 2 tries, 2 spectacular tries from the boys from New South Wales Police. Amazing rugby league. So 35 minutes down, 35 minutes remain as we see now Queensland about to come back out onto the field. And the National Rugby League, if you haven't caught up to date, folks, announced today that the Ampol State of Origin 1 is now officially sold out. And the result will give Sydney its first capacity crowd right here at Accor Stadium. First capacity crowd since Origin 2019. So what great support from in and around New South Wales. So sit back. It's up to the Queensland Police to grind their way back into this Origin contest. As we mentioned, both of these States last met back in 2019. The Maroons got up by 22-12. As we see the kick now going in towards the touchline. Stays in the field of play. Did tremendously well. That's confidence. Tremendous confidence. Peacock. The silky fullback. As cool as a cucumber on his own goal line. There's Paulson, the constable from the Sorrel Queensland Razorbacks. He's currently playing rugby league for the Whitsundays, the Bramans. But a highlight tonight, and a highlight for many, is playing here at the Olympic Stadium. Just getting word here from the floor manager. We're sitting on 42,000 already. As we go to the NRL.com replay, here it is here. The hit up was from Braden Sherrick. Born and bred throughout the Riverina. Went up to start his police career with the Brisbane Broncos. He was also the 2015 Australian Police Player of the Year. He's had a strong clash. He plays big minutes. Here's Carl. Played for the Australian Police representative side. We got to know him over the last few years, broadcasting the Queensland Cup, and there's a mistake. They're not happy, Queensland. And Matty Johnson, the number 9, the hooker, the boy from Dapto, just rubbed it. A little bit of more salt into injury there. Faced him off, squared him off and said, mate, this is State of Origin. You can't have the fumbles on Origin night. What's going on? So they're about to put the ball into the scrum now. As New South Wales continue to hang on to their 10-point margin here. Attracting 3 defenders. Dunkley was one of them. Sator downstairs. So just a couple of metres short of the halfway line as Paulson allows them to get off them. There's O'Sullivan in defence again. So there's Matty Johnson. Loves to burrow from dummy half. We know that. Ashcroft delivers. This time they run straight and hard there into the senior constable of Steve Hollands. They're not held though. So they're down on the 20-metre zone of Queensland as Johnston taking matters into his own hands, but realising now it was the last tackle. So a turnover back to Queensland as they approach their own 20-metre line through Mac Moncton, who's on the Gold Coast, a part of the Currumbin Eagles. With a penalty now, Queensland. So this will help them get outside their own danger zone. And Carl realises that, and he punches this into touch. Just short of the halfway line by around 10 metres. We're broadcasting back on the 30-metre line. So there's the halfway line now coming into shot. Here's their lock forward now in Sator. Now there's another penalty because he's able to offload it to Ozhan now, and referee here is just going to call over the captain in Clark. A little bit of push and shove there going on between Carl and Clark, and he's also called over Sharrock on the right and the captain Clark on the left. It was Clark from the Burleigh Bears up in Queensland in the Queensland Cup, Host Plus Cup. Don't forget all the action up there on Queensland Rugby League platforms. Check your local guides. Here's Moncton now. Just over 6 minutes gone in the second half of footy. Juggled, regained, did whirl. Dunkley. Not easy for a big man, but made it look easy. There's O'Sullivan. Backline move here. Carl chiming in. Hilsinger works it to the left. Paulson attracts 3. New South Wales Coppers over the top. Back away now to Hilsinger. Trying to barge their way over, but they can't. They're denied. Ozan will play it. It's the last. There's O'Sullivan. Where's the kick to the end goal area? They're going to go for the intercept, New South Wales. Well, Blinko, he tried to read it, and he did read it, but he couldn't quite bring it back into his breadbasket. It was touched, and it's gone over the touchline. But it was the last tackle. Let's have a look on the NRL.com replay here. There's the touch. There's the blight. Touchy putting his flag up over there on the sideline. So we talk about the pendulum in the game of rugby league. It's certainly swinging into Queensland's favour here as they go for a dummy half run. O'Sullivan. Well, he tried to keep them napping. Sator goes close. He's Paulson. Hard to put on his back. So O'Sullivan again. Long looping ball. They've gone backwards. They've got to go back and clean it up. Coulter did whirl. O'Sullivan distributes it. Hilsinger offloads it. Great tackle there by Johns. One-on-one, superb. Where's Ozan? There he is now. Wants the footy. Offloads the footy. Sator. Back to Dunkley. And the Raging Bulls 10 out. Last tackle now for Queensland. Sator kicking. Well-weighted kick. Not in the end, though. Too many weak wicks on that one. And Varkas tries to get play back underway as quickly as he can. As play comes back out towards the 20-metre line here. A state of origin night. Don't you love it? The curtain raiser. Here's the kick on the replay. Look at this. Just too much oomph. This time into Paulson. They rumble. As New South Wales now try to put the foot to the accelerator through Johnson. He does that. Support on the left-hand side. Here's Ashcroft. Great tackle. Quick play the ball. New South Wales looking for their third try. Are they about to get it? They've got it all right. It's a try. Tompkins. He gets New South Wales' third try here on Origin night. And Queensland, well, they're left wondering if they can come back into the contest. And it all started here on the halfway line. Johnston, look at that beautiful footwork. Got away from Carl, great tackle. But again, it was Johnston again. Beautiful work, look at this. Inside and out. That's how you do it. Beautiful offload. And Reece Tompkins, the Australian schoolboy. The boy in the shoot shield. He has played plenty of rugby, but now he's back where he belongs in the great game of rugby league. And he's having one hell of a contest. So the kick now from 21 metres out. Brought it in 10 metres in from touch. You're watching the NRL Police State of Origin. Looking to make it 16 points to nil. It's a ripper. straight over the dot. They're having a field day. So far, New South Wales. Now, I just want to bring everyone's attention to these goalposts down there on the left-hand side of the field. They're illuminated tonight on Origin. A first. We're creating history with the lighting of the goalposts. If the ball goes over, the goalposts light up. That's technology. That's brilliant. Of course, Vivid is on in Sydney at the moment. I wonder who was behind the lighting of the goalpost. Who was the mastermind? Well, there's been plenty of masterminds in police rugby league over many years, and it's producing the goods year in, year out. Tremendous rugby league. Just like this, straight through the middle corridor. Here's a chance again for New South Wales. Here's Clark. He got it back. Here's Johnson under the post. Oh, look at him. He is on fire. New South Wales are on fire. Johnston under the post. Well, where do you start the replay on that one? We were just talking about illuminating the goalposts. Well, they're about to be illuminated again. This all started right here, 20 metres out from their own line. Look at this. Never say die attitude. They were down there. They were out. They were pushed in the back, but they were not giving up. And then Clark came to Carl. Didn't take the ball carrier. And then Johnston. How good. You can't wipe that Colgate smile off his face, can you? And why not? New South Wales. Is this a thing to come for Origin tonight at 8 o'clock? It's a carver. Early on here in the police Origin. The posts are about to light up again. There they are. How good is that? How good is that? Lighting the post up in Blues colours. 22 points to nil. Well, what a complete role reversal. Both of these sides met, of course. Both states met back in 2019. Maroons 22-12 on that night. We haven't had police Origin footy for the last 2 years due to the COVID restrictions, but it's back. If we're in New South Welshman tonight, having some fun watching this. Still a long way to go though. Still 20 minutes remaining here on Origin night as we see them again trying to bust them. Again, they do bust them. Again, they're going to run away. Wow. Johns, this time he puts his name up in lights. Incredible stuff. Incredible Origin try. The floodgates. They're well open. Beautiful work. Let's go to the replay. From 30 metres out from their own line again. O'Sullivan couldn't catch him. In and away. Draw the fullback. Oh, yeah. Johns diving his way to put his name up on the lights. Incredible. The West Tigers, a member of the top 30 in the NRL squad. The policeman in the top 30 of the West Tigers. He's got talent. He was a part of the reserve grade side with the The Penrith Panthers represented the Residents team and also the New South Wales under-20s. It's a ripper again. It's 28 points to nil here at Accor Stadium. 19 minutes remaining in Origin 2022 for the Coppers. Well, it was 10-0 at half-time. So they've gone on to score 18 points in 15 minutes of Origin footy. Here's Clark being pummeled back there by Bennett. Clark again and Dunkley combine as they come outside their own 30-metre line, as they again attack the right edge through their captain in Clark. Bauer getting off. Now they muscle up now through Lauder and Dunkley. Dunkley plays a lot of footy for the Queensland Razorbacks. Paulson couldn't stop them from offloading. What a ball out the back. Razzle dazzle. Durham. Now they stay in the field of play. Just a couple of metres out from that eastern touchline. Now who will get it back? Ricocheted off a Queenslander. Back to a fellow teammate. So that's where they are. Through Carl. Through Bauer now. Now there's a penalty here. Right on the 30. They're going to take the tap and straight through the middle they run. Here's Carl. Oh, what about this? The senior constable has turned from being a constable into an Origin try scorer for Queensland. Well, is that the start of the comeback? Well, what about the vision? Well, if you're going to be a constable, you've got to have beautiful vision, and this is the vision. He noticed they were napping. Varkas, the Hungarian, couldn't match him. Buttrose was chasing. But the boy from the Burleigh Bears, well, he stood them all up. Of course, he spent some time with the Southeast Muddies. He represented the police state team. When was that? I think it was back in 2017, if memory serves me right. He toured Fiji. He was a part of the Australian police representative side. And now he's got the attempt of conversion. Can he light the goalpost up in maroon colours? Yes, he can. So 22-point ball game here, 16 minutes remaining. State of Origin for the Coppers. Edition 2022. Well, I just can't get enough of this. Beautiful in and away. Reminds me, well, this is a huge wrap, but he's got the style, hasn't he, of a younger Darren Lockyer. The same body shape, the skill. So we're back underway here. Police State of Origin with Peter Jolly, as we see now, Cridland. Just beyond his own 20. Grajorski now. Plays for Valleys, doing tremendous thing. Valleys in the Brisbane Rugby League. They come back now to the Sergeant in Dunkley. He's been playing rugby league with the Queensland Police and the Australian Police since 2015. Here's Carl. Decides to thump this one in towards the in goal. But Peacock sees this go over the dead ball line as he throws the ball back down to his winger there in Buttrose, who will take the tap right on his own 20-metre line, I should say. Run straight there into Bennett. The boy from Ipswich. as they now pass the 30-metre line. 22-point ball game here on Origin night. A crowd of 50,000 making their way already into the stadium. It's a sellout. So if you're thinking of coming along, unfortunately all the tickets have been snapped up as they again try to probe the gap. A couple of metres away, short side move, Ashcroft kicking, here's a chance, oh! Carl had to go away and batter the ball, didn't he, into touch. New South Wales were flying through. Let's take a look at this on the NRL.com replay. Buttrose thought for a moment he might have tried to attack the footy, but Carl did tremendously well to get that ball out of the field of play. A great atmosphere. We've got the disco music pumping away here at the Olympic Stadium. And of course, we've still got limited tickets remain for State of Origin 3 up at Suncorp Stadium on July the 13th, while tickets were also selling strongly for the return to Perth's Optus Stadium on June 26th for State of Origin number 2. Here's a chance, they go for the line. Buttrose manages to stay in the field of play. There's Ashcroft. Burrows tries to put his name up in lights. Bauer denies him that opportunity as West delivers, stepping quite nicely on this occasion. Fagerland, he'll play it. That's Johnston. Can he get there again? Johnston, is he going to be held up? The referee's on the spot. He's held up. Gee, he's tough, isn't he? He's tough as teak. Matty Johnston. Just clicked onto our Coppers live stream. He was one of the top 10 contestants on the TV series The Rookie. Good short ball there from Sharrock. So here's another chance to break 30. Back from Johnston. This time they put in the kick. And Pakakura gets back into the field for Queensland. Here's Carl. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? Picked up a try. He's been one of the Queensland's best. Put his body on the line when it's required. Here's Cridlin. He's been playing footy now for a decade. Played in the World Cup Championships in Leeds back in 2013. Here's Hilsinger. Kicking straight down the guts of the field there to Peacock. So he comes back, the silky hands fullback. Provides a lot of chat from the back tonight, hasn't he? Sullivan, like to know his tackle rate for Queensland. He's been up there with, I assume, in the top 3. He's had to try and stop this razzle-dazzle from New South Wales. 3 defenders over the top. They're on Johnston. They know he can just produce anything out of thin air as O'Brien now takes New South Wales down to the 30, but this time it's come to a halt with just under 10 minutes remaining. Great initiative by NRL.com to produce this live stream tonight in conjunction with Sports Films, bringing you all the tries, all the moments of Origin footy. And of course, it doesn't stop here tonight for the New South Wales and the Queensland Police Force. They've got a big 2 days coming up tomorrow and on Friday at Leichhardt Oval. There'll be live streams of that with the women and the men. Looking forward to calling those games at Leichhardt over the next couple of days as well. We're expecting a big crowd down there at the home of the Balmain Tigers. Always great atmosphere down there at Leichhardt. So that's coming up for the Coppers from both states over the next couple of days. They've got a huge calendar of Police Rugby League. Make sure you drop onto their Facebook sites. Australian Police Force and the Queensland Rugby League Police and New South Wales Rugby League Police Facebook pages. You'll find out all the information. Your one-stop shop for Police Rugby League news. Here's Cuvas now. He finds himself in a dummy half. Brajorski will play it. Cuvas goes to himself. He's looking around, isn't he? A breath of spring air. Here's O'Sullivan on the last. Hiltzinger goes high into the air. They go up, they lead the chase, they come back down with it. And Paulson's across the line, but it's no try. Well, they can't believe it. He came down with it, but the referee said, no tries. We go to the replay here as New South Wales come back up away with it as they cross their own 30-metre line. With just over 8 minutes remaining here on Police State of Origin 2022. Just a few little errors creeping into this game, but it's been played at high intensity, that's for sure. That was Mitchell West with the football. Know a bit about Mitchell West. He's played first grade for Central in the Newcastle Rugby League competition. Of course, Newcastle Rugby League competition now has a new CEO, former Newcastle Knight, Mark Landville, in charge of the Newcastle Rugby League. We wish him all the best. Here's Carl now chiming in. Cridland just couldn't go and get that ball into his breadbasket, could he? The Brisbane Bulldog. He's played plenty of rugby league overseas. Been with the Queensland Police representative team since 2012, so more than a decade of rugby league experience on the resume for Andrew Cridland. But yeah, just going back to Mitchell West, plays for Central Newcastle Butcher Boys. He's also the previous New South Wales and Australian Police captain. He was also the Australian Police Player of the Year back in 2017. His dream was to be a part of the police force. His dream has come true, and many further dreams have come true for both of the state's players tonight to come out here onto Accor Stadium in front of 60,000 people. Just getting word, 60,000 people already in the stadium right now. The big entertainment extravaganza coming up too. Here's O'Brien looking to offload. Held there by Cuvas. So can they crack 30? That's their mission. They're up quickly. Hiltzinger. 12 metres out. Good ball. Oh, they've gone for the intercept, Queensland. Well, they had no other choice. But Kogarah, if the ball stuck, he would have been up the other end of the field 90 metres later. Well, he had to make a pretty quick decision, didn't he? In real time, whether to attack the ball and prevent a New South Wales try. So just under 5 minutes remaining here as Hayden Ashcroft puts it in. Johnston delivers. Here's O'Brien. Getting off him there is Cutler. Here's Johnston. He wants two. He won't get two, but his other mate might. No, the referee has called it up. Wow. How dangerous are they on the line of the Queenslanders? The huge sigh of relief for Queensland there, preventing that try. But it was that man again, Johnston. The boy from Dapto having an absolute blinder for New South Wales. If we were giving out a man of the match, I think he'd be up there with them. Varkas has been solid. His combination with Connor has been first class. Here's Jemison taking the tackle as they rumble past their own 30-metre line. There's Cuvis again. Scanlon, the boy from Wynnum, played for the Wynnum Manly Seagulls. He's played Colts, he's played A-grade. He's also played for the Brisbane Bulldogs. This bounce of the football. Oh, gives me shivers, gives me tingles with these bounces of the football. We've just witnessed up there with the Queensland Rugby League women's side in the BMD Premiership. The Gold Coast Stars coming away with the Premiership with the bounce of the ball in the final moments. And we've seen some tries tonight, haven't we, with the bounce of the ball doing some awkward things. The Steeden Rugby League football, don't you love it? Expect the unexpected. Don't you just love the game of rugby league? Here's that kick again off the boot, and this time it skewers into touch. 40 metres out from the Queensland line. 28 points to 6. We're into the final countdown. And then the big one. It's State of Origin 2022. What a ripper that's going to be. Live and exclusive on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Big coverage coming up as we see the ball now comes back away from Butler. Krajewski offloads. Carl, one-on-one tackle there. Coming from Johns. As they try and get outside their own half of the field. And they're about to do that. So just a couple of metres inside New South Wales territory. Cuvis, Hildsinger, Paulson. Captain Clark combining. Here's O'Sullivan. Did well, the senior constable. Hildsinger. Kogarah. Couldn't offload. Wrapped up there by Captain Clark. So back away from O'Sullivan. Here's Carter. Ozan again on the last. Will they pinch a try here? They may well just do it. It was brewing, and it's brewed. Oh, Carter Ozan, the big constable. The biggest out there for Queensland in size and stature. Built like a man mountain. There he is there, the giant of the number 10. And here he is here. Too good. Ari loves it. Look at him. Ah, that's class. Too much for New South Wales to handle. Ricardo Ozan. His background, of course, folks, he's a part of the Central Queensland Razorbacks. He was a part of the 2021 Queensland Police team representative squad. And let's not forget his time in rugby union, where he played for the Queensland Reds. And also down with the Melbourne Rebels. Carl converts. And there's the siren. It's all over. The Police State of Origin for 2022. Congratulations to New South Wales. A tremendous game of rugby league. Full-time siren, the full-time score. New South Wales 28, Queensland 12. Well, congratulations to everybody. A superb rugby league clash. For the State of Origin, the curtain raiser. We hope you enjoyed that, folks. Let's go to the highlights. There was plenty of them. That was an absolute ripper. And then this one, from 30 metres out to their own line. Take a look at this. If you don't stop the bloke with the football, this is what can happen. And this is what occurred. Straight through the middle, down to the fullback. Couldn't stop the ball carrier. Johnston pins the ears back. Wow. Look at the celebrations. And then moments later, they went bang again. This time, Durheim. Look at this. Beautiful ball. They ended up drawing Carl. And Johns, he picked up his try under the post. And then this was absolutely brilliant by the nuggety fullback. The silky hands of Carl. He was chased by Buttrose. And then moments later, the second try for Queensland came through Carter. Great moments. There's Wally Lewis on the right-hand side of the screen with Darren Lockyer. But it's New South Wales night so far here in Origin. We'll leave you with these pictures. And don't forget, folks, the State of Origin is coming up later tonight at 8 o'clock. But for now, on behalf of everybody here at the NRL, congratulations to New South Wales. It's their victory in 2022. Bye for now.